I don't know, I'm gonna just play the Keith Lee video then. I'll play the music one tomorrow.
The day has finally come. People are here to attack Keith Lee.
No, I know this guy,
Keith Lee
bro.
has done nothing but mind his business, visit restaurants, and even change people's lives with the impact that his social media influence has.
Frankincense restaurant is getting some major shine, and it's all thanks to this video.
Pizza looks ass, bro. What? Do people actually fuck with pizza that looks like that? Like, that shit's like just like full on just cheese and oil. It's like 4 different types of cheese layered on top of. Nigga, what? Get that shit away.
On TikTok.
This is one of the best wings I've ever had. This is a 10.
Our phone never stopped ringing. I sold more lemon pepper wings in the last 2 days than I have in the last 4 months. I made more garlic knots yesterday.
Oh, that shit looks fire. That shit looks fire.
Lee's review on TikTok captured the attention of people all over the world.
Boy.
And reflects the power of social media.
People coming in from Iowa, people from California. I had a family come up from Lake Havasu. I had people come down from Utah.
The video has now been viewed more than 18 million times and liked by more than 4 million people.
Now, I shouldn't have to go too deep into who Keith Lee is and what he stands for. His main thing is giving restaurants constructive criticism. And that's an emphasis on constructive criticism. He's not there to tear anybody down or bash anybody, but really tell the truth and point out ways that people can improve on the process. But if it's one thing that black folks can't handle, it is for sure a fact constructive criticism. Now, Keith Lee's had a few food tours that have went bad, most notably in the Bay Area and in Atlanta, my home city, and for reasons that are very valid, because I've went to those restaurants that Keith Lee went to before Keith Lee went to them, and trust me, they were bad. Even one of the restaurants that he went to that was on the list was near my home, and it kind of fell off even after Keith Lee came through. But this time, Keith Lee being in DC has people up in arms.
Because in this video, he says it's too hard to find restaurants in DC and they focus too much on alcohol. Watch.
One thing I will say about DC, it's been very hard to find restaurants in my opinion. All the restaurants are geared directly towards alcohol. If you don't drink, it seems like it's slim pickings. I'm talking about everything. Alcohol, bottomless, topless. Hurry up and get over here if we got drinks. I don't drink, so I'm hungry.
It is important to note that this is his general experience so far, but a lot of people did not appreciate on what he said. Here's some of the comments you see on that post. His energy seems so catty, never understood why it's such a big deal.
Imagine actually, bro.
The F out of
hey,
me.
hold on.
We have this person blaming the Taraji
Oh, it's not even pausing.
Henson mess why he's acting this way lately. But yeah, if you just keep scrolling through the comments, a lot of people have turned on Keith Lee. But there are also people who agree with him. This person saying alcohol has completely ruined the DMV. And we have this person saying that people are...
Why are people hating on this nigga? What has he ever done, bro? Bro just said he doesn't drink and he's just getting all this hate, bro. Like, bro's like one of the most like unproblematic people on the internet, bro. Like, he's one of those like rare celebrities that like isn't like weird in some way type shit. And then people just hating, bro. Like, what the fuck? Do something like better with your life. Come on, bro. Like, you know better. Like, come on. Like, you don't need to be in all these comment sections and shit saying, oh yeah, fuck this nigga, bro. You don't need to be doing that. Come on. Like, bro caused no harm to nobody, bro.
Are trend hopping hating on him.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I feel Keith Lee in this situation because Atlanta is going through a similar type of situation. A lot of people have abandoned the idea of building a good quality restaurant and have opted in for creating some sort of nightlife environment or some sort of place to hang out rather than serve good food. And one of the main reasons why this is an issue to me and my personal opinion is because alcohol licenses are expensive and scarce in a lot of these major places, which means the only people that they're gonna pass the buck on, and that's us, the patrons. The alcohol is gonna be marked up, the food's gonna be marked up, the entire experience is gonna be marked up. That's why you see all these places having these arbitrary ass rules where they're gonna add gratuity onto any bill over 2 people and you can't separate the bill. Look, there's stupid ass rules, but it's all in an effort to make up for the money that they're losing because they want to focus on alcohol. Now, I don't want to minimize Keith Lee because he made a lot of great points in effort to talk about what these restaurants were like and why he didn't want to put them on his platform.
Let's talk about it. I know we only posted about 3 spots from Washington, but we went to about 12 and we made a decision as a family and as a team, and also a personal decision to not post most of them. A lot of those videos, in my opinion, aren't constructive at all. And before the narrative start, I'm gonna show a few clips of the places that we did go to. And again, I don't think they're constructive. So for privacy of the restaurants that we went to, I'm not gonna say what restaurant it is. It's the whiting with the sweet potatoes and mac and cheese. Fortunately, I won't be trying any of it. As always, I ain't trying to be rude, I'm just be honest. The smell of this, insane. This perforated the whole car immediately. So much so that my family went back in and asked if they fried it in the same grease that they did the shellfish. And come to find out, they do. And it smells almost unedible, in my opinion. I don't want no smoke.
Spit it in there. Nobody will eat.
Bro, I know someone's gonna be mad, bro, but like,
bro,
it's just being real,
was
bro.
completely unprofessional.
Like,
It said on the IG that they opened at 1 o'clock. The truck didn't open up until 2:15. It took about 45 minutes. When they went back to go get the food,
Like-
they saw her preparing it. No gloves, no washing hands.
Now, I like the way that Keith Lee does this because if you are imperfect, it is going to expose
like
your
everything
flaws.
everything he
And a
said.
lot of these
Wait, hold on.
companies like to have a lot of different times.
The pause button's tripping. But no, everything he said was completely right. Like, why is this like a problem? Like, that's literally his job to like give criticism for restaurants. Like, you can't fry all the same food in like the same fryer. Like, that's like perfectly like he should be able to talk about that. Like, what? Like, that's actually good that like you noticed that and like pointed that out, and then like the workers at that restaurant use their hands to like handle all the food and shit, bro. Like, of course you need to bring that up. You know what I mean? Like, bro did nothing wrong there.
To prepare themselves for when an influencer comes by.
Like, that's
and
literally like a
talks about
safety
red carpet.
hazard.
And I can speak from some personal experience, not the greatest, but even when I've seen other people get this treatment, people do give a different level of experience when there is somebody that they know is coming through that's famous and when there's somebody that's not coming through that's famous. And I think service should just be service. Like, it should be consistent no matter what's going on. But just like in Atlanta, when those people got defensive, obviously these DC restaurants had to clap back on Mr. Lee.
Apparently, Keith Lee went to DC and he didn't post a lot of the restaurants that wanted him to come or the food that he tried because he felt it wasn't nice and he didn't want to hurt the restaurant's business. So in his post, he posted this picture, but he didn't name the restaurant. There was no way you would have known whose restaurant or business this was unless the business came out and said it, which they did, which is Soul Wings DC. And they reposted this on their story and said, "We stand by our food," which is this plate right here. Keith Lee responded, and you can pause to read, it's quite a bit, but he pretty much said, "Hey, I didn't even put your name out there. You just want clout, basically, because nobody would even know it was your business had."
Okay. Wait, so it says, we were invited to Soul Wings DC through an IG post. We looked them up on Google, and these photos that I've posted were some of the first ones to pop up, which are public to every other customer. I made a compilation of our experience for the entire tour, hiding all the identities out of respect. For this specific restaurant, based on the food that we saw, I stated that I wasn't the target audience and chose against going to the restaurant, meaning I never went, and you know what, bro? Okay, well, hold on. I never went, even though I was asked to come and give my opinion on their marketing, their food, and their customer service. I mentioned these photos because, okay, you know what? Okay, not gonna lie, like this is a very interesting like topic, but I'm not trying to read like everything though, because like I'm low-key trying to get off soon. But this is, I would definitely read all this because this is definitely like an interesting conversation.
You not coming.
Like, I already got the point already, though.
And he was
like,
not trying to do anything to hurt their business.
I know people think that all press is good press, but shrimp and the mac and cheese is something that's got me pressed. That's disgusting as hell. That's worse than like cranberries and potato salad or whatever Caucasians be doing. Now, we all could have seen this coming from how the internet is treating Keith Lee because Atlanta and DC are very much similar. They're very prideful. They're very proud of their food, business, establishments. And trust me, the criticism ain't gonna fly because they don't want to seem bad in the light. Now, the people that do know are going to expose these businesses for what it actually is, but ultimately they're not there for the purposes of doing good business. They're out there for the purposes of clout and just being able to say, "Hey, I'm a business owner, come through, friends, and have a drink with me." Now, with that being said, it's not like we can give Keith Lee just a pass on how he goes about these things. I've been very critical of Keith Lee in the past before, and I think it's a good time to bring up some of those disagreements that I may have had with him before that a lot of the internet is sharing. He has an extremely basic palate. He goes to the same types of places over and over and over again. So he's not
okay, that's true. That is true. That is true.
And he's pulling from,
because like he be going to like the same types of places every time. It's mostly just like barbecue type of shit, and then like it's never really any like ethnic restaurants or anything like that. But like, you know, he's been to a few, but like He doesn't be doing that all the time though. It's mostly just the same types of restaurants each time. So I get what he's saying right here.
From a certain type of pool of people who have the same sorts of palate. He goes and gets mac and cheese, yams, collard greens, and whatever fried food that he can get at every single place. If this nigga eats another chicken and waffles, I'm going to lose it. Also, I don't think that it helps that he doesn't drink and has a seafood allergy.
Nah, bro has been to like 10 different chicken and waffles places. Bro, it's like every time I see like him post on Instagram or something, it's always some chicken and waffles place, like every single time. Or it's either like a burger place or something like that. Like, it's never really like, he never really switches it up enough. But he does switch it up, but just not enough. I definitely agree with him on that part. But everything else, like, nah.
Now, I know that those are two things that he can't help. I myself have allergies and I myself don't drink. But with that being said, I think that you are going to be very skewed when you do have a limited palate. Hell, I would never become a food criticizer or whatever the case may be because ultimately, I don't eat that many foods. And I know some people might say, well, that's not Keith Lee's fault. He is who he is. He's just a human being. And if he's allergic to things, he can't control that. But ultimately, I wouldn't want you to become a food critic. And it's not your fault. It started off as something simple, but it's grown into this massive thing. But people are going to give those criticisms regardless. He literally left New York hungry. Like, that makes no sense at all. I think that people have a lot of issue with Keith Lee's because of the magnitude that his word has on the people or the ecosystem that he speaks about or talks about or platforms. If Keith Lee says that your restaurant is good, he can seemingly change your trajectory for the rest of your life. Like I said, there's a restaurant that he went to in Atlanta that is near my home. And when I say it used to be a little quaint breakfast spot that is now spiraled out of control where you can't even place an order on a Saturday or a Sunday, it's something that I never even imagined for a place that I thought I could get a quick bite that was an IHOP or Waffle House. Now, with that also being said, he can affect your business negatively. And we've seen situations like this before. MKBHD is a tech YouTuber that is one of the biggest on the platform. He's been making content for a long time, so he's garnered an audience that trusts him and his reviews. I mean, he gets millions upon millions of views every time he posts. So recently, he did a review on an electric car company where they released a car that had so many bugs that he had no choice but to put out some sort of video about it. The company got wind of it, tried to get a hold of the review before he got there, said they were going to put out a software update, but ultimately jerked him around, and he placed all this on a YouTube video. Subsequently, right after the video dropped, the stock plummeted.
Can a video kill?
That is so crazy.
The Fisker
though,
Ocean was a terrible car. It is a terrible car. This is the first one where I genuinely couldn't wait to be done driving it. Like, it just had tons of problems, bugs, missing features, safety issues. Like, it's just bad, right? So I review the thing. I give people what I feel is a fair assessment that also doubles as a warning not to buy this bad car. But did one review kill the entire company? I would say to zoom out a bit. First of all, I was not the only one to review the car, not even close. And so yes, the stock price did drop after my video, but the stock was in free fall for many, many months before my video too.
Bro, the stock price is 88 cents? Okay, this is actually like fucking insane. Like, what? Bro, this nigga Marquise Brownlee just made a video about like how this car is ass. Then he literally made the stock market for this car go to 88 cents. That's actually insane. Wait, but what was it before though? But then again, I don't know like that much about stocks like that. So this is probably like, I probably don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But I'm gonna just play a video.
And if you zoom out on YouTube or in the car review space in general,
okay, yeah, no, it's okay, no, yeah, that's a crazy difference. Never mind, yeah. So bro literally just killed this car company pretty much. That is so crazy.
These things about the car for all of these months, many other reviewers had been having a plethora of issues, even stuff that I didn't have.
Now, people were upset at MKBHD and said that he shouldn't have even put out these types of reviews or this type of content because ultimately, what problem does this solve? What does he gain from this? What does this do for him? But I'm here to tell those people, shut the hell up. Tell the company to make a better product. Look, I don't think that it's hard to do good business, but a lot of these companies cut corners in order to make money over anything. It's not like they're taking lessons that should be learned and they don't know any better or whatever the case may be. No, they literally know better and what they could and could not do, but they choose to do the bad things over the good things because at the end of the day, their pockets are lined and people are buying their products. So that's where I will side with Keith.
That's all people care about.
At the end of the day, these people need to have better business practices, or at the very minimum, make your objectives clear to a lot of people. If you're coming here to make a fad restaurant or a fad product, and you're not being serious about what you're doing, then go ahead, say that and promote it that way. But these people that claim to have fine dining establishments or the greatest clothing brands in the world, then you should probably deliver on those things and not lie to your consumer base. I swear sometimes people come up with these projects or these business ideas that only seem to have a 1 to 4 year life cycle, and then they have no plan after that to expand, get better, or grow in whatever they do. Hell, we've all had shitty restaurant experiences, so I have no problem with siding with Keith Lee in this specific regard. If you're going to run a business, run the business right, especially with the cost of food today. It's too expensive to be going to eat that garbage.
W video, I fucked with that, but like, what? Okay, I'll watch this one tomorrow. This one I'll definitely watch tomorrow or next stream. But nah, I'm gonna get
the average lifespan for men in the United States is around 75 years. So if you're 30 years old, you've already lived about
All right, thank y'all for joining the stream. If you joined, most of y'all probably didn't. There's probably like no one in here. Y'all don't really give a shit, but it's cool. Like, it'll be, never mind. All right, thank y'all for joining the stream. I'm gonna be here tomorrow, maybe, or maybe in like a few days or something. Like, I don't know when the next time I'll stream, but it's definitely it's like soon. Trust me. But yeah. See y'all next time, bro. Remember what to do. Follow my socials, like the stream, go on my YouTube, subscribe, do all that. You know what I mean? All right. See y'all. Behave. Type shit.